Welcome to my PowerPoint presentation, Miss Click. I am going to guide you to the wonderful world, or should I say habitat, of the aquatic green sea turtle. So first, I have some basic information about the sea turtle for you. The common name for it is the green sea turtle, but the species name is Chelonia midas. Typically, in the US, they typically live in warm tropical coastlines around islands and bays and protected shores. And because of their eating habits, you won't really find them out in the open ocean. You'll find them closer to like shorelines and things like that. So, now the life cycle of a sea turtle. Sea turtles will lay a clutch of about 100 to 200 eggs. And once the eggs are laid, they are left to incubate in the sand for about 2 months. Now, during this time period, these eggs are left unprotected as the sea turtles lay their eggs and then return back to the ocean. So there's no parent to help protect these sea turtle eggs, which means that these are left open for predators and for people to destroy. And that'll be another point I get into later on in the PowerPoint. Now, once the sea turtle egg hatches, it then begins the difficult journey of making it towards the ocean. Since there's no one to protect the sea turtles are very open to predators, and in this process, many of them are either eaten or killed, leaving only a few of them to actually make it to sea. But if they do make it to the sea, they move with the ocean current, and that's where they begin their first few years of life. After that, it goes through a long maturation period that lasts between 20 to 50 years, depending on the turtle itself. And then, after this long period of time, they go through long distance breeding migrations, and after that, they'll return back to their original birthplace, where they will lay about 5 to 6 nests, each with about 200 eggs on estimate. Now, the diet of the green sea turtles, depending on their maturity levels, are either or can be omnivores or herbivores. I believe that it's the younger sea turtles that typically are omnivores, eating both box jellyfish and seagrass. But as they get older and mature, they tend to eat more. Um, they tend to become more herbivorish. I don't even know if that's a word, but they tend to eat more seagrass and don't really focus on eating meat as much. And because of what they eat and what they consume, they're put on the second trophic level on the whole food spectrum. Now, a symbiotic relationship. The green sea turtle shares one. There was one that I could find, and it was very noticeable with the yellow tang. And this is typically in Hawaiian waters. So there's a United States location for you. Good old Hawaii. The relationship is a mutual one, and what that basically means is both animals benefit from it. No one is harmed. Both of them benefit from it. The tang needs to eat algae in order to survive, and the turtle's shell provides a good amount of algae for it. So the tang will eat the algae, which will give it food, and in turn, it'll clean the shell of the sea turtle, which will allow it to move faster in water since there is not as much friction. And the reason why this benefits the turtle is because if it can move faster in water, it can easily escape predators, meaning that it won't be killed as much. Now, on to information from component 2. We have an anatomical adaptation. Now, an anatomical adaptation is basically an adaptation that allows for an organism to better survive in its own environment. Now, one anatomical adaptation for the green sea turtle is its neck and its limbs are non-retractable, unlike most regular turtles. Now, this adaptation allows for the turtle to swim faster in water, which, like I stated before, will ultimately help it to avoid predators and being eaten and killed. Now, I have another piece of information from component 2. This is classification. This is the class. So its class is Reptilia. Its order is Testudines. I don't even know. Testudines. Its family is Chelonidae. Its genus is Chelonia, and its species is Midas. And the full classification is what we know as the Chelonia midas, the common green sea turtle. Now, from component 3, in my research, I found that many conservation plans seek to help mostly focus on sea turtles that were already in the ocean, and they wanted to help sea turtles that were either entangled in a net, comatose, or inactive, and take them from the ocean and take into a place where they can recover safely and eventually be returned back to the ocean. Cleansing efforts were also taken into consideration to help clean the ocean of all harmful pollutants, the sea turtles, and make sure that they don't eat anything that they're not supposed to eat. Next, my conservation plan was very similar to both of those, except I wanted to focus more on the preservation of green sea turtle nests, which will allow more, since those are not really protected, there needs to be more protection. That way, younger sea turtles can enter the population, which will help with the age structure, since there are more older sea turtles than there are younger ones. And this is basically my works cited page. I hope you enjoyed this presentation, Miss Glick. It's been a fun year. I'll see you the next time.